Welcome back, my dear friends from the universe. Today I felt like talking a bit more about Rainbow Six Siege. This game is a wonder to play, and the game was probably the biggest surprise for me last year. Not the game itself, but that I enjoy it as much as I did, or do. The game being in the hands of Ubisoft though has been troublesome. They have not had a especially excellent past when it comes to stability of online features and servers. To be fair, the experience I've had with previous Rainbow Six games, Splinter Cell games, and a lot of other previous Ubisoft titles I've played the multiplayer modes on has been totally shite, and probably some of the most unstable experiences I've had with a AAA studio's online features. So going into Rainbow Six, I knew what to expect, and it was not really a different case this time around, to be honest. Connection issues, bad ping, hits not registering, and much more. All the problems I had with Rainbow Six Siege at launch was once again related to servers and a shitty setup when it comes to the so-called netcode. I was once again on the train of, okay, Ubisoft has bashed up another enjoyable game with their surrounding crap. Why the f*** can't they just get their act together and polish up their games before release? And while that statement is still true, the game was pretty messy at launch. It was. They have surprised me with the follow-ups this latest time though. In less than 2 months, we have seen at least 2 great patches that have made the game so much more stable and enjoyable. Before I could go like 1 or 2 matches in a row and not complain about the game screwing me over. But since patch 1.3, I have not had even one game where I felt like the game itself made me fail in a situation where I would prevail otherwise. And honestly, that's a huge step up in such a short amount of time. To be fair though, the game is now where it should have been at launch, which there is no valid excuse for. But this behavior of trying to fix the issues as quickly and effectively as possible is not something that I've experienced from Ubisoft before, and that leaves me with great hopes for the future as well. Now they have this experience within the company. Now use this expertise to fine polish your future titles as well, and we're golden! Shit! I'll probably even end up saying that Ubisoft is one of my favorite gaming companies if that happens. And they were in the depths of gaming hell before this, so that's one hell of a climb. So, what have they done to make the game feel so much better, you might ask? Well, for starters, they fixed various bugs that were kind of game-breaking. There, for example, was a bug where the defenders could leave the preparation area before the game started and just try to spawn camp the attackers. And yeah, that wasn't all that fun, but that was to be expected, that they fixed that. Nothing out of the ordinary there. But there were 2 major things that fixed up the game so it's now playable, actually. And that's with the 1.3 patch, where they fixed so that the player position update rate is set to 60 times per second instead of the previous 30 times per second. This will double the information to the server about where the players are currently located at, what they're doing each second, in a double amount in the correct information that you're experiencing on your screen, resulting in less bullet loss, more correct placement of your enemies while you shoot them, and vice versa, and so on. It's so much benefits to have a higher update rate, always. Well, if the servers can't handle it, it won't be a pleasant experience, but this update rate or refresh rate or whatever you want to call it that they're using right now is the same as Counter-Strike Global Offensive's competitive servers are currently running at if you want to have a feeling or something to compare with. 60 times per second, in my opinion, is not optimal. Far from it, but it delivers a way smoother and overall better experience than 30 times per second would ever do. That's for sure. The second major thing as of the 1.2 patch is that players using the same data center get matched together, leading in better ping. Before, the matchmaking system was a bit all over the place, really, resulting in you getting matched with people all over the world, which ends up with you having either crazy ping or them having crazy ping, resulting in a subpar experience where it creates rubber banding, inaccurate placements of where your opponents are and where you are for them, and so on and so on. And since the 1.2 patch, you can also now choose which data center you want to use. I searched around and have read about people who were previously matched with the wrong data center, resulting in you or them most likely having always to play with a very high ping, and yeah, it's just messy. Putting this option into the player's hands is always a good thing. I always welcome more customization when it comes to stuff like that, so that you, well, I guess the developers have less to complain about if they can just say, learn the game, or at least point you in the right direction. They have done a lot of fixing when it comes to the game freezing and crashing, as well as updating the anti-cheat system. This was apparently quite the issue before. Not something that I've experienced too much though, but there had apparently been a lot of complaints. That's not something that is new either. There's usually a lot of cheat complaints when the new game is released and so on. How they have changed this or what they have done is not really known, but that's all just good. The less the cheaters know, the better. Okay? They have also changed the banning policy from a 3-day ban on your first offense when it comes to cheating to a permanent ban on all confirmed cheater charges. Which, hey, I'm all for. The game is still pretty expensive, and all the cheaters that get banned this early on, the merrier. At least they will take a financial blow as well, just not a blow that they won't be able to play the game. If they want to do their cheats again, they need to buy another copy. See what I'm getting at? So, with some final words, if you were thinking about getting this game before but was hesitant because it was pretty broken, or the servers at least were pretty broken, the online, the netcode, let's say netcode. Alright, you should get it now. It's a blast. And it'll most likely just get better from here on out, so yeah, it's a really good game. Don't compare it with any other multiplayer-only released games last year. Like Battlefront, for example. Battlefront, you didn't get as much for the buck as you do with Rainbow Six Siege. I can tell you that much. Rainbow Six Siege is excellent. And that was about all I wanted to talk about today. Thanks for listening to me ramble about. Like and share if you enjoyed, and until next time. Bye.
Op 4 neutralized. Mission successful.